Hello everyone, we're here with another gameplay video playing GoldenEye. Let's take a look at our opening hand here. We have a star ability with the Virgin Birth, and a pretty good option to block on turn 1. We have Murderous Command to go grab Amalekites Slave, and then Amalekites Slave can go grab us any human in our deck. And let's see, for attacks, we can go Angel of the Winds, attack, get Zaccheus out of the deck, Zaccheus Bandit, Zaccheus Daughter. So that's a pretty strong turn 1, I guess. No lost souls in play. Let's see who gets to go first. Okay, opponent has a Virgin Birth of their own. Let's see what they grab. Okay, they're grabbing some rebellious Israelites, getting their defense ready for me. Pretty strong card. All right, so it's time to activate my star cards. Looks like I have Teaching in Parables and Zaccheus Daughter. I got rid of their Star of Bethlehem off the top of their deck. Now I'm going to do Virgin Birth. So Virgin Birth says you can take one of the cards in the top 6 and underdeck Virgin Birth. So knowing that he's going first, I probably want a card that can help me with my turn 1. Probably maybe Blood Avenger? I don't know here. I don't know what the right call here is. Shipwreck, if I expect they have a fortress they're going to turn down turn 1. Alright, go with Wasting Disease. Yeah, Wasting Disease would have been really good if I was on the play. I could have activated that and made his searching a little bit more troublesome for him. But going second, I don't know if it was a good idea to grab that. I guess I just really wanted it. I knew I was probably going to have to shuffle my my deck because of Murderous Command. So maybe I should have just grabbed a card that I think would have helped me in the long term. Wasting Disease is potential to do that, but we'll see. Opponent has Undesirables, Lost Soul Outplay. So if I rescue that, I get to skip my next battle phase. Alright, opponent's going with a Matthew attack here. This is what this deck is designed to absorb, the powerful blows that are coming from opponent's deck on turn 1. So he's going to reveal my hand, draw, I think 6 or 7 cards. 6, 7, or 8 cards. How do I count? Okay, but I don't mind that because I'm going to try and play a Shepherd's Gerar. So he has Salty Lost Soul out, the Lost Soul that negates banding, opponent's banding, and a Humble Lost Soul out. Opponent's going to go for the crowd's choice here. I don't know what he's searching for right now. I think he named good. All right. Opponent decided to grab Bartimaeus. All right, here comes my Murderous Command. Grab Amalekites Slave. Exchange him for Herdsmen. Discard Murderous Command, shuffle deck, and go to block. Looks like it's time to draw some cards. All right, put Lost Souls in play. I drew a couple Dominants, a couple Heroes, and an Evil character, and 20 Shekels. So Falling Away could help me in this battle if I need to play it. Shipwreck's not really doing anything. Let's see what opponent has here. Looks like they're passing initiative. I only have 1 evil enhancement, so maybe I should just play it. I gotta get rid of cards out of my hand anyways. Wages of Sin. Really flexible card. I like this card. Take an evil card that's discard ability from deck. So I'm thinking maybe I could just get another dominant here. Warrior Overtaken. Just some like fire insurance, I guess. I'm just making these things up as I go. I don't know if these are the optimal lines or anything. Just trying my best. All right, and then I underdecked Wages of Sin, and then we kind of bounced off each other in battle. Surprised he doesn't have any enhancements here, but also kind of relieved I don't have to burn any of my dominance to try and stop him. So we were at parity turn 1. Opponent had a Matthew, but we had a Herdsman. Kind of balance each other out here. I have 15 cards in my hand. They have 15 cards in their hand. I'm going to see what we can do. I can use my 20 shekels to take a peek at what they got. So to have good information, try to get a good attack in next turn. Okay, they're playing some guys. Here comes the Barty, False Leaders. Opponent uses a search ability, something. Basically, False Leaders says whenever I use a search ability, they can play a territory class enhancement on False Leaders from discard pile or reserve. So if I ever have hand advantage and he has a good territory class enhancement, searching is going to be painful. Okay, Salty is out, preventing territory class enhancements. Something I have to be aware of. My turn. I drew 1 card, up to 16 card hand limit size. 20 shekels. I'm going to see what I'm working with here in his hand. He has some negate card, Rebel and Dust, Confusion, Amazing Faith, Son of God, Reap the Whirlwind, Falling Away, 3 Woes. So there's a couple battle winners. Confusion, Scary. I try to discard my Son of God with that card. And I'm trying to think of a way right now. How can I try to make a successful rescue attempt this turn? Because let's say I end up doing a attack, puts him in a tough spot. He could just use Falling Away to convert my hero to an evil character. But if I try to do a banding chain like Jarius and Jarius's daughter, my opponent would just play Reap the Whirlwind, and I'd lose both of my characters. So I feel like I'm in a really tough situation here. If there's a character in my deck that could band, I could try to search for it with Angel of the Winds. But I think my banding is also negated by their Lost Soul too. So I'm in a pretty tough pickle, at least for this first turn. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get a rescue attempt. So because I'm narrating this in retrospect, I think a good attack here would have been me like attacking with Daniel. I was trying to go with the Zaccheus attack, but I don't think this ended out well for me. I have no good enhancement support in my hand. So I think I should have just played Daniel, but Daniel would have just got blocked by their banders. So here he goes. He's going for confusion, and it's going to take the Son of God right out of my deck. That's a big blow to me. I have no way to negate confusion. I probably shouldn't even have attacked. I just got up really impatient. I shouldn't have gone for this attack here. Should have waited. I wasn't able to play my Teaching in Parables to try and clear that card out of his hand because of Salty. I could have tried to go Second Coming, grab Son of God from my deck, negate Salty, and then go for, I could have tried to do something there by using my Second Coming and trying to get my Son of God out of my deck. But instead, I let it get banished because he played a confusion and I did nothing. So here's that Reap the Whirlwind. I knew about this card. Teaching in Parables is not a card I can play right now. So unfortunately for me, despite my strong hand of defense, my offensive play on turn 1 has just ended up in disaster. I really misplayed that turn 1, I feel like. I had a lot of heroes, not a lot of good enhancements. I think a strong play could have been like Angel of the Winds, get Simon of Cyrene from my deck, play it, activate the New Covenant, grab a good enhancement from deck. But yeah, that could have also helped me set up for future turns, but I guess I really wanted to look at their hand with 20 shekels, and I was focused on that. But if I attacked with Simon of Cyrene, I could have just activated an artifact, so never mind. Yeah, first turn didn't really go well, my plan, but my defense looking pretty solid. Cards that help me against the card draw, help me draw cards, and I have a fire insurance in the form of Falling Away, but I kind of want to save that for offensive uses because I can like choose their blocker after falling away one of their heroes. But we'll see. Not feeling pretty good about this game because already my Son of God is down. The Second Coming is just kind of not really doing anything. I guess I could go grab like 3 Woes or Angel of the Lord. I probably should just fire it off to get 3 Woes down. Try to negate false leaders or something. He's using his own 3 Woes to negate his own Salty. I guess he has some territory class enhancements you want to play. New Covenant, grabbing his own Teaching in Parables. Gonna play that. He's gonna tuck my Lying Prophet into my reserve. He can't touch my dominance, so that's good. But I would have loved to block with Lying Prophet here and maybe play like a Wasting Disease. But he's cutting off that option to me. So into the reserve you go. Now let's see what he does here. Is he gonna attack me with Bartimaeus? If he attacks with Bartimaeus, he's gonna use a search ability, so that means I get to use my Lost Soul, search my deck for evil character, evil enhancement. He's gonna use Teaching Parables back, which is, wait, what did he get? He got Talitha Kum. Okay. I think that's a card that lets him ban characters into battle. Okay, I have an interesting idea. What if I went Outsiders? Outsiders, because I'm not sure if I have board advantage. I think I should have been more careful with counting to make sure I had board advantage. And because I searched, he's going to play a card on his false leaders. And that card is going to discard a card from my territory. So hero down, hero down. All right. So grab Outsiders. I'm going to play Outsiders. I get to draw 3 cards and underdeck 3 cards. So I don't know. There's so many good options to underdeck. Maybe like I could underdeck 3 Woes, underdeck his New Covenant, underdeck Bartimaeus. I could also just like, try to get that underdeck value and just go Falling Away to make sure he can't play anything. All right, drew some cards. One of them Lost Soul. I'm not going to activate that because my evil Egyptian Amalekites Slave is already in Land of Bondage. All right, I was going to go Outsiders on all his 3 heroes, but he's going to play a card that negates evil cards. So I have to put those cards back, and apparently he's doing Son of... Oh wait, he's searching his deck for Second Coming, which triggers another Lost Soul for me. What am I going to get? So I know he has Son of God in his hand. There's so many choices here, it's hard to make a decision. I don't know if I do so well with cards that let me search my deck for cards because I'm just get paralyzed and I don't know what to choose. You know, Flying Scroll is not a bad idea. Reserve a hero in battle and a good card for an opponent's hand, so I can try to get their Son of God. Make this an interesting game. Let's take a look here, what they have in their hand. All right, so yeah, Son of God, Second Coming, Falling Away, Rebel and Dust, Jerry's Daughter, Tabethakum, Angel Under the Sun. So yeah, I think obviously Son of God is the best choice to choose here. Get that out of there. All right, he's going to play Tabitha Kum. He's put in special initiative, so he's going to try to ban some heroes in battle. So I think he can only grab Gospel. So unfortunately for me, he's going to ban Zaccheus, who can negate other cards in battle. So that's going to undo my Flying Scroll. I didn't realize this, so this is a pretty big disaster for me. It's undoing all my hard work that I was trying to do with the scroll. Trying to figure out like what I could have done to prevent such thing from happening. So because Zaccheus negates other cards in battle, like the banding is undone a little bit. So I think the other cards have to go back to their territory. I maybe could have done Second Coming to go grab 3 Woes to try and negate his enhancement in battle. I think that would have been good because that would have undid. I don't know if I could have done that actually. Maybe I could have tried to negate Zaccheus. Okay, I decided to go Falling Away, and that'll save me from giving him a lost soul. So not how I wanted the battle to go. At least he didn't get a rescue, but it just feels really bad. He got my lost soul, and then he also prevented my attempts to stop his lost soul. Or he got my Son of God, and he prevented my attempt to get rid of his Son of God. So looks like he's firing it off right now, getting rid of some of my good lost souls here. All right, I guess I'm going to activate 3 Shekels. False Leaders is going to be problematic. Every time I search, he's basically going to discard a hero from me. So I need to figure out a way to get rid of that. I have Moses, so I think I know what's in his hand. He just has like I could have used 20 Shekels to bounce the False Prophet. All right, I just want to double check what's in his hand. Okay. So yeah, unfortunately, he still has that Falling Away. Not what I want to see here. But the other cards I don't really care that much about. Alrighty, Moses coming down, negate enhancements, lost souls, and characters and territories. So I'll shut off the False Leaders for now. And I was thinking about firing off Teaching and Parables, but it doesn't hit Dominance. So I'm trying to figure out how I can get in the complete of successful rescue attempt here. Let's go with Widow. Exchange this card with Elijah from deck or reserve. Here comes Elijah. I'm going to choose one of their characters to block. Alright, False Leaders, time to die. But they're just going to Falling Away. Their False Leaders lives one more day. Yep, there it goes. His turn. He's getting rid of a card from my deck. Goodbye, Treacherous Land. It feels like I have good information, but I'm not leveraging that information correctly. I feel like a more experienced Redemption pilot could be able to navigate this game with relative ease, but I'm just kind of struggling here. This is my first time playing against the false leaders, so I'm getting to learn what that card does. Also, I haven't played against any brown evil characters before, so, or at least the wilderness. So it's my first time getting to fight these guys. I'm just experiencing how powerful they feel. Cannot be negated banned abilities, negating good cards, strong stuff. At least the opponent doesn't have that many cards in hand, only 5. But they have a New Covenant active, so they get to draw more cards with that. They have good Lost Souls out. Got a useless Shipwreck sitting in my hand. He switches 3 Woes to negate my Moses. So now Salty Lost Souls back online. He's grabbing Simon. What's he gonna do? Convert? Have my Herdsman block. I think I get to grab a card from my reserve. What should I do here? I don't know. I know he just grabbed Authority of Christ. So I'm just trying to figure out like how I'm gonna recuperate from this Authority of Christ here. Okay, because I used the search ability, his False Leaders triggered. He got rid of my Elijah. His Authority of Christ. There's nothing I can do about that. But I do have Warrior Overtaken. Search my reserve for foreign wives. Maybe I'll need her later. Add Philistine Armor Bearer to battle. Discard his Bartimaeus. Grab a Philistine Chariots from my reserve. And put in King Xsheesh, which can grab a card from my reserve. So all these decisions I'm making, I'm just like, I have no idea if they're right or not. Confusion of Mind doesn't seem to be doing much here, so right, it's his initiative. But because I searched a couple times, guess what's going to happen? 3 heroes are going to bite the dust because of his False Leaders. So a huge blow to me. I'm getting to experience firsthand exactly how powerful this card is. His False Leader card. All right, my turn. Virgin Birth. Grab Zaccheus. I don't know, man. My territory class enhancements aren't working, so Star card discard a top card of his deck, star card, look at his hand. His hand is a bunch of garbage. So if I don't play through this turn, I'll know something's wrong with my deck. Or something's wrong with me, not this deck. I should be able to engineer a block here. A block in my favor. Plop down that confusion of mind. Okay, I can choose a blocker with Zaccheus. Maybe I can finally get rid of these false leaders. Yep, he has no enhancements, so he has to give me a lost soul. I have 1 lost soul to his 2, and I think I have to skip my next rescue ability, my next rescue phase. I have to get down to cards in hand. I don't want to discard any cards, but maybe I should just discard my Delivered or something. What other artifacts do I have in my deck? I have Goliath's Curse, New Covenant. All right, decided to put down some chariots. So I know about the Rubble and Dust, and he's been waiting for an opportunity to fire that Rubble and Dust off, and I just gave him a perfect window to do it. Because Rubble and Dust can hit my King Zaccheus now, because I just attached a card to him. So probably not the smartest idea by my part here. All right, passing the turn to opponent. His hand is now protected because he has the Crow's Lost Soul. He's doing some star abilities. Okay, what are these star abilities? I think one is playing a temple from his deck. Zerbal's Temple is out. At least I have something to Shipwreck now. Virgin Birth is grabbing, Send the Helper. Trying to figure out how I win this game. He's really slowing me down. My Son of God card is gone. My defense is slowly getting chipped away. There's the Rubble and Dust on King Zaccheus. My heroes got decimated. You know, it's not looking good for me by any means. Okay, heroes are protected from harm because of Noah's Ark. His cards can't be prevented while he has hand advantage. My banding is negated. Star enhancements are being prevented by Salty. And if I search in battle, he gets to activate a Lost Soul. So opponent has a lot of different resources out. Not feeling good right now. Here comes Send the Helper, putting out some more heroes. Confusion of Mind down, so all right, interesting attack, Matthew Meek. He doesn't have Authority of Christ anymore, so he's grabbing a Great Commission. Interrupt the battle, convert stuff. Okay. His hand is protected, I think. Or else I probably would have blocked with Damsel here. But Foreign Wives is going in. Gonna try to get converted by his enhancement. And Foreign Wives is Philistine, so I can play Bringing Fear on her. Negate characters and good enhancements. The battle's over. So I'm holding fast here with the defense, but okay, Darkness Lost Soul doesn't do anything. Negating characters and territories. Too late for that. I'm going to Shipwreck something. I think my turn is just over because I can't attack them. Yep, feels real bad. Look at all these territory class enhancements in my hand. I can't really do anything. Can't attack, can't play them. I feel really bad about this situation. Like I'm just getting... The only thing going well for me this game is my defense. My defense seems to be holding up okay, but it feels like I'm running out of resources. They're just too far ahead, especially with like me having to skip turns, and I don't have a Son of God either. It's a long shot for me. Bethany heroes cannot be negated in battle. Opponent must reserve evil card from hand. Yikes. That's not going to help. I have to reserve a card. I don't know what to choose. Block with Foreign Wives. I would have blocked with Damsel, but I feel like his hand is protected. He's going to play a card that gets rid of my character, and they rescue their 3rd Lost Soul. All right. I missed a trigger here. I've probably been missing a lot of Meek Lost Soul triggers too from the Lost Souls, but I don't think that would have mattered that much this game. Okay. What do I want to do? I can finally attack again. Let's go try to grab Jephthah. I have to choose a blocker for Jephthah triggers. And all of his characters can like band to each other and one of them negates. So this was really bad play by me. Because no matter what I do, he's going to be able to negate Jephthah. I have to choose the character to block. So I'm getting blocked by a character that's going to negate Jephthah. And he's playing Kor's Rebellion, which can band characters into battle. He's banding my Prophet. And he's going to take a peek at my hand and draw like what? 4 cards? So it's all just like a disaster right now. I could try to play my Emmaus Road, try to search my deck for something. I could go Teaching in Parables, try to underdeck a evil card from his hand. I have to discard a card to his Rebellious Israelites. I don't have to, but I chose to. Okay. So at least Divining Damsel's a magician, so this card can't be negated. It discards all characters in battle. So I at least had that going for me, but I probably should have fired off the Emmaus Road or Teaching in Parables, because they're just sitting in my hand right now. I'm not going to use them. I guess I can use them for a future battle, but it's going to be hard to do while his hand's protected. I don't know. I'm out of evil cards. evil characters. So I can't even block him. He got rid of my only Divining Damsel blocker. So it's definitely looking like I'm going to lose. Even if I like hold on for one more turn, I can't even try to draw into Son of God because it's Son of God's in my banished. So maybe this game would have been close if I would have been able to save my Son of God from being gotten rid of. All right, I gave him a lost soul. He has 4, I have 2. I think I have to pass my turn to him. I forget exactly what happened there, but I think I had rescued another lost soul that skipped my attack phase. So, all right, going for the Desperation Blood Avenger block. Draw 2 cards. When he's discarded, I can discard a character of opposite alignment. So the way that works is if he dies and there's one opponent hero in battle, Blood Avenger takes out that hero. So really good card, Blood Avenger. Some quick turns here. I didn't really do anything. He just attacked me, played down some stuff. Look at all that stuff. All right, and I'm out of evil characters. So I don't think there's any way for me to draw any cards here. Checking my options. And because I don't have any evil characters, I can't block him next turn. So this game is super over. So takeaways for me about this game, this deck is really hard to play. And I'm experiencing that firsthand. Looking at the other cards in my deck, seeing what could have been. I feel like there's a couple decisions like I could have made early on in the game that could have made a lot of difference here. Especially like that decision to like basically give up my Son of God card and throw it away. I wasn't able to use the information I gained correctly. I would say the more experience you have with Redemption, the better you're going to be with this deck. Right now, this felt really overwhelming to play, and my brain's just kind of a little bit dead right now. I like the deck, though. I feel like it has a lot of potential, especially just not losing on turn 1 because you went second. I really like that ability to be competitive on the draw. But yeah, I feel like for me, I should not have a second coming in my hand. I should have used it somehow. I also probably should have used my Teaching in Parables. It's like the best card in my deck. And I should have been able to leverage that somehow. But it just sat on my hand the entire game. It's probably partly because of Salty and also partly because of Crowd's Lost Soul. But yeah. All right, thanks for watching. And we'll see if we do more of this deck. But I want to try and get a better game in here. One where I don't completely punch it away.